Welcome to my channel, where we explore the value of old coins. Watch the video, share it with your friends, like it, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. The 1989p United States of America Jefferson 5-cent coin, often, colloquially referred to simply as the 1989 Jefferson nickel, stands as a numismatic artifact from the final decades of the 20th century, representing both the artistic legacy of American coinage design and the ongoing tradition of the 5-cent piece in the modern era of United States mint history. Struck in Philadelphia, designated by the P mint mark, positioned to the right of President Jefferson's bust on the obverse side of the coin. This nickel holds a distinctive place in the continuity of U.S. currency, bridging earlier decades of design tradition with the gradual technological advancements and economic conditions that characterized the late 1980s. The obverse side of this coin features the classic, enduring portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, who served from 1801 to 1809, and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, his profile facing left in a thoughtful, statesmanlike pose. This iconic bust, originally designed by the gifted American sculptor Felix Schlag in 1938, has graced the 5-cent denomination for over half a century by 1989, becoming one of the most familiar coin images in American pockets and purses. Surrounding the periphery of the obverse, the national motto, "In God We Trust," appears to the left of Jefferson's profile, a solemn invocation of faith and divine providence that has appeared on United States coinage since the 19th century, while the word liberty, a hallmark of American values, is inscribed to the right, followed by a small star and the date 1989, indicating the year of minting. Notably, the Philadelphia Mint's P mint mark included beneath the year marks the physical origin of the coin's production, as Philadelphia is traditionally the oldest and historically significant mint facility in the United States, established in 1792 under the Coinage Act signed by President George Washington. On the reverse side, the design continues to celebrate Jefferson's legacy with the depiction of Monticello, the neoclassical mansion designed and inhabited by Thomas Jefferson himself in Charlottesville, Virginia. Monticello, a UNESCO World Heritage Site today, is rendered with architectural precision, showcasing its distinctive domed roof, symmetrical columns, and Palladian influences, emblematic of Jefferson's intellectual embrace of Enlightenment ideals. In classical antiquity, above the image of Monticello, is inscribed the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, a foundational American phrase symbolizing the unity of the diverse original 13 colonies into a single nation, and subsequently, the inclusion of states and peoples from varying backgrounds into a unified republic. Beneath Monticello appears the word Monticello itself, clearly identifying the building for those unfamiliar with Jefferson's home, followed below by 5 cents, denoting the coin's face value, and at the bottom, United States of America, reaffirming its national origin. This particular 1989p Jefferson nickel was struck during a year when the Philadelphia Mint produced a significant quantity of nickels, catering to the widespread commercial demand for 5-cent pieces in daily American commerce, with a total mintage of approximately 726,220,000 pieces. The 1989p nickel is relatively common in circulation, though individual coins may vary in condition from heavily worn examples with obscured details to pristine, uncirculated specimens. Highly prized by numismatists for their sharp strikes and lustrous finishes, the composition of the coin is a copper-nickel alloy, specifically 75% copper and 25% nickel, a metallic standard for United States nickels since 1866, designed to balance durability, corrosion resistance, and production cost efficiency. The coin measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, weighs 5 grams, and has a smooth, plain edge without reeding. In terms of its historical context, the year 1989 marked the closing period of the Cold War, with shifting geopolitical tensions and changes in global economics and within the United States, a cultural and political environment characterized by the final year of Ronald Reagan's presidency, soon to be succeeded by George H.W. Bush, although seemingly far removed from such events. Everyday currency, like the Jefferson nickel would, passed through the hands of millions of Americans during this pivotal period in U.S. and world history. The Jefferson nickel series itself had remained largely unchanged in design since its 1938 inception, save for temporary wartime modifications during World War II and minor adjustments to its reverse details over time. Maintaining Felix Schlag's original aesthetic vision, for collectors, 1989p nickels in higher mint state grades, particularly those graded MS65 or above by PCGS or NGC, are appreciated for their crisp strikes, strong details, and brilliant luster. Though common circulation-worn examples hold primarily face value. An interesting aspect for numismatists lies in identifying subtle die varieties or minting anomalies such as die cracks, doubling, or off-center strikes, which can occasionally appear within such large mintage years, offering collectible intrigue to specialists of modern U.S. coinage, while no major variety or error is officially cataloged for the 1989 P nickel as of standard references. The sheer production volume allows for minor anomalies that spark interest in certain circles of the collecting community. Additionally, the 1989 P nickel belongs to the longer narrative of the Jefferson nickel series, which would eventually see a significant design overhaul in 2004-2005, with the Westward Journey nickel series and, later in 2006, a new Ford portrait by Jamie Franki. In conclusion, the 1989 P United States Jefferson 5-cent coin is both a functional artifact of late 20th century American monetary circulation and a small, enduring symbol of the nation's historical reverence for its founding fathers, with Thomas Jefferson's visage continuing to grace the obverse long after his lifetime, and his beloved Monticello preserving his architectural legacy on the reverse. While not a rare or highly valuable coin in everyday terms, its intrinsic value lies in its role as a physical testament to the enduring traditions of American numismatic art and democratic heritage. Its presence in the pockets, cash registers, and collections of a diverse nation serving as a quiet yet constant reminder of the Republic's founding ideals, its resilience, and its cultural memory preserved in metal. Whether nestled within the display case of a dedicated collector or passed along in day-to-day transactions, each 1989 P nickel carries with it a small piece of American history, silently contributing to the unbroken narrative of the United States Mint and the countless stories of the people who have held, spent, and collected them across generations. The 1999 D United States of America Jefferson 5-cent coin, more popularly known among collectors and numismatists as the 1999 D Jefferson nickel, represents one of the final issues of a coin design that had remained largely unchanged since its introduction in 1938, embodying both an enduring artistic tribute to one of America's most influential founding fathers and a symbol of national heritage deeply woven into the fabric of everyday commerce. Minted at the Denver Mint in the state of Colorado, a facility known for its high-volume production of U.S. coinage since its establishment in 1906. This 5-cent piece proudly bears the demint mark to the right of President Thomas Jefferson's profile on the obverse side, a detail that immediately identifies its place of origin for collectors, historians, and casual observers alike. The obverse design showcases a left-facing bust of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, and a monumental figure in American history whose vision helped shape the ideals of liberty, democracy, and Republican governance that continue to define the nation today. This profile, first sculpted by German-born American artist Felix Schlag, won a public design competition organized by the United States Mint in 1938 during a widespread initiative to modernize the nation's circulating coinage, and it has remained an iconic fixture on the nickel denomination for decades. Surrounding Jefferson's thoughtful, dignified portrait are the inscriptions "In God We Trust" on the left, paying homage to the nation's enduring religious and cultural values, and "Liberty" to the right, followed by a small 5-pointed star, and the date, signifying the year of issue and placing this coin at the threshold of the 21st century. The reverse side of the 1999 D Jefferson nickel continues the long-standing celebration of Jefferson's legacy through its detailed depiction of Monticello, the neoclassical mansion designed by Jefferson himself in Charlottesville, Virginia. Renowned for its domed roof, symmetrical architecture, and elegant colonnaded portico, Monticello not only served as Jefferson's personal residence but also stands as an architectural symbol of the Enlightenment ideals and classical influences that guided his life and political philosophy. The image of Monticello appears in crisp relief on the reverse, centered beneath the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one which has adorned American coins since the 18th century and represents the unity of the nation's diverse states and peoples into a cohesive republic. Beneath the mansion's rendering is the estate's name, Monticello, in bold capitals, followed by the denomination 5 cents, and, at the bottom rim, the inscription, United States of America, reaffirming the national origin of this coinage. The design, while simple in structure, conveys a profound sense of historical continuity and national pride, seamlessly blending art and symbolism into an object intended for daily use. In terms of its physical specifications, the 1999 D Jefferson nickel adheres to the traditional standards established for S5-cent pieces since 1866, featuring a metallic composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a weight of 5.00 grams, a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, and a plain, smooth edge without reading. This durable copper-nickel alloy was selected for its excellent wear resistance, corrosion tolerance, and cost-effectiveness, making it ideal for a coin intended to endure frequent handling and widespread circulation. The Denver Mint's production. of the 1999 D nickel reached a substantial total mintage of approximately 1,158,720,000 coins, placing it among the higher mintage figures within the modern Jefferson nickel series and ensuring its common availability in both circulation and collector markets today. While the vast majority of these coins entered commerce and experienced varying degrees of wear and abrasion through regular use, a portion was preserved in uncirculated rolls, bags, and mint sets, providing contemporary collectors with opportunities to acquire well-struck, high-grade examples. For numismatists and coin enthusiasts, the 1999 D Jefferson nickel holds both practical and historical significance. Though considered a common date in circulated grades, it carries added value in higher mint state conditions, particularly those certified at MS65 and above by professional grading services such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. Of particular interest are examples designated as full steps FSA, coveted classification awarded to nickels, whose depiction of Monticello's staircase displays all 6 steps in clear, uninterrupted detail. Given that achieving a full step strike is relatively uncommon, especially for high mintage, late 20th century issues the 1999 D nickel in full steps condition commands a noticeable premium and is actively sought by specialists assembling Jefferson nickel sets by date, mint mark, and strike quality. Despite its high mintage, the 1999 D issue does not feature any widely recognized major varieties or mint errors in standard numismatic references. Although collectors occasionally encounter minor anomalies such as die cracks, die clashes, off strikes, repunched mint marks, or planchette flaws, which can add a layer of intrigue for those specializing in error coinage. The historical context surrounding the production and circulation of the 1999 D Jefferson nickel situates it within a transformative era in American and global history. The United States, under the presidency of Bill Clinton, was experiencing economic prosperity, fueled by the booming technology sector, rising stock markets, and the rapid expansion of internet access and personal computing. 1999 marked not only the final year of the 20th century but also a moment of intense public anticipation surrounding the impending Y2K computer glitch, which spurred widespread technological audits and precautionary measures. In this environment of optimism, economic growth, and looming uncertainty, the Jefferson nickel, while modest in monetary value, remained a steadfast participant in millions of everyday transactions, exchanged for goods and services and quietly witnessing the unfolding of history in pockets, purses, vending machines, and cash registers across the nation. In numismatic terms, the 1999 D Jefferson nickel represents the closing chapter of a long and uninterrupted era of design continuity for U.S. 5-cent coinage, although the obverse and reverse designs remained virtually untouched for over 6 decades. A major redesign was on the horizon. Within a few years, beginning in 2004, the U.S. Mint would embark on the Westward Journey nickel series, commemorating the bicentennials of the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark expedition, both integral to Jefferson's presidency and the nation's territorial expansion. These changes would eventually lead to the replacement of Felix Schlag's original designs, making the 1999 D issue one of the final large-scale production runs of the classic Jefferson-Monticello pairing before modern updates forever altered the face of America's 5-cent coin. In summary, the 1999 D United States of America Jefferson 5-cent coin endures as a significant, if modestly valued, artifact within American numismatic history. It encapsulates the enduring image of Thomas Jefferson, a founding father whose intellectual contributions and leadership profoundly shaped the nation's character, and it preserves the image of Monticello, a neoclassical architectural masterpiece, reflecting Enlightenment ideals and personal vision. The coin's continued presence in circulation and collector portfolios serves as a tangible reminder of the nation's historical narrative, a durable symbol of continuity in the everyday fabric of American life, and a link to the values and achievements of the past. Whether held by collectors as a cherished specimen in pristine mint state condition, sought for its full steps designation, or exchanged unknowingly in day-to-day commerce, the 1999 D Jefferson nickel occupies a quiet but enduring place in the unfolding story of the United States, its coinage, and its people. The 1994 P United States of America Jefferson 5-cent coin, commonly identified in numismatic references as the 1994 P Jefferson nickel, represents a continuation of one of the longest-running coin designs in United States mint history, and a tangible link to both the numismatic traditions of the early 20th century and the social, political, and cultural landscape of the late 20th century in America. This particular 5-cent piece was produced at the historic Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the small but meaningful P mint mark to the right of the portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side of the coin, and it holds a prominent place in both everyday commerce and coin collecting circles due to its steady production volume, classic design, and connection to the enduring image of one of America's most influential founding fathers. The obverse of the coin features the left-facing bust of Thomas Jefferson, third President of the United States and the primary author of the Declaration of Independence, depicted in a thoughtful, statesmanlike pose that captures his reputation as a philosopher, architect, diplomat, and visionary. This portrait was originally conceived in 1938 by German-American sculptor Felix Schlag, whose design won a public competition held by the U.S. Mint during a period of widespread design renewal across U.S. coinage. Schlag's rendering of Jefferson, with its reserved dignity, finely detailed hair, high collar, and composed gaze, quickly became an American icon, remaining virtually unchanged for decades and serving as a familiar presence in the pockets, purses, and cash drawers of countless Americans. Framing Jefferson's portrait on the obverse are the inscriptions "In God We Trust" to the left and "Liberty" to the right, the latter followed by a small 5-pointed star in the year of issue 1994, with the P mint mark beneath the date signifying its origin from the Philadelphia facility. This arrangement of text and imagery not only anchors the coin in the national ethos of faith, freedom, and historical continuity, but also provides a design symmetry that numismatists have long appreciated. The reverse of the coin continues the celebration of Jefferson's legacy with a depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's famed neoclassical home in Charlottesville, Virginia, rendered with architectural precision in a detailed frontal view that highlights the mansion's domed roof, central portico, and symmetrical wings. Felix Schlag's original reverse design, while modestly refined over the years to improve clarity and sharpness, remains fundamentally faithful to Jefferson's architectural masterpiece, itself a symbol of Enlightenment ideals, classical influence, and American innovation. Above the image of Monticello appears the traditional national motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, a foundational phrase capturing the unity of the diverse states into a single republic, while beneath the image is inscribed the word Monta, followed by the denomination 5 cents and the issuing country's name, United States of America, all in clean, capitalized font that reflects the formal neoclassical sensibility of the period. Physically, the 1994 P. Jefferson nickel conforms to the standard specifications of US 5-cent coins struck since 1866, composed of a durable and corrosion-resistant 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy, weighing 5 grams with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, and featuring a smooth, plain edge without reading. This composition, which balances strength and malleability, has enabled the Jefferson nickel to endure countless transactions while retaining its legibility and essential details through years of circulation. In terms of mintage, the Philadelphia Mint struck an impressive total of approximately 453,460,000 nickels dated 1994, reflecting steady commercial demand for this essential denomination within American commerce during a decade of economic expansion, technological innovation, and geopolitical change. Although high in quantity, individual examples vary widely in condition, from heavily circulated coins exhibiting wear and flattened details to pristine, uncirculated specimens coveted by collectors, especially those possessing strong strikes, full-step detail on Monticello staircases, and lustrous, unblemished surfaces. The broader historical context of 1994 situates this coin within a significant chapter of American life, marked by events such as the passage of the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, ongoing debates over healthcare reform, and the technological transformations ushered in by the rapid growth of the Internet, though such coins may seem peripheral to such sweeping developments. The 1994 P. Jefferson nickel functioned as an integral part of daily life, circulating freely in transactions large and small, and providing a durable, reliable medium of exchange amid the social and economic rhythms of the day. The numismatic community regards the 1994 P issue as a staple for day 10 mint mark collectors, as well as for enthusiasts focused on late 20th century coinage, with high-grade mint state MS examples, particularly those achieving MS 65 and higher from grading authorities like PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company, commanding moderate premiums due to their relative scarcity and superior condition. Given the vast majority of coins that enter circulation and sustain inevitable wear, a particularly coveted subset among collectors is the full steps FS designation, awarded to coins where all 6 steps leading up to Monticello on the reverse are fully struck and visible without breaks. Given that achieving this level of strike sharpness is relatively uncommon for high mintage circulation strike nickels like those from 1994, Examples with full steps are prized and can significantly enhance a coin's desirability and market value. While no widely recognized major varieties or errors have been catalogued for the 1994 P nickel in standard numismatic literature, the sheer volume of coins produced ensures that minor die anomalies, including die cracks, cuds, or off-center strikes, occasionally surface in the collecting community, offering specialized interests for enthusiasts of era coinage and modern minting quirks. In summary, the 1994 P United States of America Jefferson 5-cent coin endures as a quietly significant piece of American numismatic heritage, embodying the intersection of artistic legacy, historical memory, and practical currency. It preserves the visage of Thomas Jefferson, a figure of immense consequence in the nation's founding and early expansion, while maintaining the neoclassical image of Monticello as a symbol of architectural refinement and Enlightenment principles. The coin's continuous production, enduring design, and functional reliability ensure its lasting presence within both everyday commerce and numismatic collections, while its historical and cultural associations offer contemporary Americans and coin collectors alike a tangible, enduring connection to their national story. Whether nestled within a change drawer, held in a collector's album, or carefully preserved in a certified holder, the 1994 P. Jefferson nickel continues to serve not only as a medium of economic transaction but also as a physical embodiment of the American experiment, its ideals of liberty and unity, and the remarkable individuals whose visions helped shape a fledgling republic into a lasting democracy.